rider update for the Crew Motorfest is less than a week away. This Wednesday, we get Season 4 of the Crew Motorfest. In fact, my early access videos are going to be out Tuesday, so subscribe if you want to catch those right as they go out. But I'm here in one of the older lowriders, one of the lowriders that's been in the game since the Crew 2, the La Verde edition. And we're going to check out all these new cars that they just announced for the update. The Year 1 Pass, the final Year 1 Pass cars being added. Now, they've made a trend previously of showing us the Year 1 Pass cars way before they are added to the game. Like, we knew about the Lycan Hypersport 4 months ago. Almost 5 months ago. We knew about this thing getting added to the game. Because they've been showing us the Year 1 Pass at the beginning of every update, which is silly because no marketing, but hey ho, people get to know what the cars are coming up. But the excitement for the cars definitely kind of takes a turn when, you know, we're waiting 4 months to actually get to use the car, you know? But there's only 2 drops left. There's only 2 months of the Year 1 Pass left to be added to the game. Then it's over. Then it's done. The Year 1 Pass is finished, and at the moment, we haven't got any announcement of a Year 2 Pass. In fact, I don't want a Year 2 Pass. I want a much better system than this for the next pass that they do. Because this has been, honestly, not the best, all things considered. But what are these next Year 1 Pass vehicles? Why are they a bit confusing, and why is there maybe 2 playlists? Let's talk about the last ever Year 1 Pass edition, because yesterday I was a bit busy going to a Demolition Derby event, but yesterday the crew announced the Season 4 Year 1 Pass lineup, with obviously the Buick here, and that makes sense because the first 2 vehicles are the Buick GNX and the Chevrolet Caprice. Straight away, you might notice something a bit weird about these cars. Both of them are labeled green with the playlists. Now, down here we can see what's going on with that. The green circle means it's a playlist restriction vehicle. You need to own the vehicle to do the playlist. Now, all the time with the Year 1 Pass, or at least with the first playlist of the update, you would have to buy the car day one to get the playlist, or the Year 1 Pass would give you it for free. It would be the only car that isn't early access in the Year 1 Pass, because the rest of them are 7 days early and free. But the playlist restriction, everyone gets at the same time. But this time around, both cars are playlist restrictions. Now, this only really means that we're going to be getting 2 playlists. Now, I can explain that even further because of what cars these are. The Buick GNX and the Chevrolet Caprice in this trailer, you will notice, is the Chevrolet Caprice as a donk and the Buick GNX as a lowrider. That's what's going on here. But they do seem to... Okay, donk vs lowrider. It's still one playlist, though. So now I'm confused. So I guess you need to... This is a playlist where you'll need 2 cars to play the playlist? Interesting. Because that's going to be... Depending on what the playlist is like, that's going to be an interesting balance for people to have to buy 2 cars. Hopefully they're cheap cars for the people who don't own them already, etc., etc. Weird, but a very interesting little dynamic there, where 2 of the first time we've ever gotten 2 playlist restrictions immediately. But the week after, we'll come back around and talk about that, but the week after is a bit different. The week after is this. Sorry, the month after. 7 days early access in August. The final ever Year 1 Pass vehicles are the Toyota 2000 GT Coupe or the BMW M3 E30 Sport Evolution. These are your cars for the Year 1 Pass. These are your last ever cars for the Year 1 Pass. Now, let me call myself out a little here, because this is where the tweet was on the crew, and then I went ahead and made a tweet being like, damn, of all the Toyotas, they added this one, because it just looked a little goofy to me at first glance. It looked more like it's like Toyota's version of the Corvette C3. But a lot of people called me out on it. They were like, shit, this is a brilliant car. And here I've asked why, what's going on? And apparently it's considered as the first Japanese supercar, having the similar forms as the Shelby Cobra, Daytona, the Ferrari 250 GTO, the Alfa Romeo Giulia. So this thing, here we go again, the first true Japanese sports car, one of the most important cars to come out of Japan. It showed the manufacturer's capabilities and gained huge popularity. And apparently this began the trend of Japanese sports cars. So you know what? I'm gonna hold my hands up and go, fair, okay? When removed all of that, when removing all of the baggage of this car, I still don't care too much for it. I hope it's absolutely raced. I hope that they absolutely race it, because Ivory Tower love just giving the capabilities to race cars. But outside of that, it's not too much for me at all, really. I don't really care for it that much, but it's got stature. I can accept that it's got stature of some kind, but I just don't care about the car itself. And then we have the M3 E30 Sport Evolution. This is just a nice BMW to get, as it's the first of this kind of BMW we've ever gotten, of the sort of the boxy generation, the square generation. And the M3, you know, people always ask for a BMW M3. They don't mean this one when they say that, but you know, I guess you can't win them all. Those are the final ever Year 1 Pass cars added to the game. Now later on, in a couple months, I will do the video talking about whether the Year 1 Pass was a success. But, at least at the moment, I think it's whatever. I think it's whatever. We got 4 cars remaining, and it really doesn't feel like it's been a year. The game really feels like it's kind of just sort of dragged its legs along at the moment, because we're still in the movie update, by the way. We're still in the movie-based update. Isn't that a wild thought, that we're still in the movie-themed update? Because I completely forgot we were. I completely forgot that we were still in the Rick Martinez films or whatever. We didn't get a single other playlist this update. We got one playlist at the beginning, and then nothing. Which is a bit crazy to me, so, you know, whatever. What are you going to do about it, though? Instead, we had the Year 1 Pass cars throughout it, which even those were like, whatever, because they just don't do anything special with them. So, now you know what the last Year 1 Pass cars are. Are you hyped? Do you think the Year 1 Pass was a success? So that I can read through these comments... So that I can read through these comments in my next video. In my video where I talk about the Year 1 Pass. Tell me in the comments, was it a success? Was it any good? Was it worth it? It's going to be in the game permanently now as like when someone new picks up the game, they can pay £40 and get these. What is my game doing? Why are my physics so messed up? But people can now pick up the game and get this, right? The Year 1 Pass, they'll be able to get 25 cars immediately if they pay £40. 2 of those being exclusive. The Charger and the Charger Red Eye Hellcat and the Chevrolet Chevelle. Everything else is just a car you can normally buy in-game. Once the early access is over, the only thing happening is you get them for free. Nothing to do with early access or exclusivity, really. Only 2 are exclusive. Only some of them are relevant. I mean, we've got 2 Hoonigan ones. We've got 2 Forsberg ones in there. We've got some hypercars like the Lycan Hypersport. We've had some, you know, rally raid cars like the Jeep Gladiator was a Year 1 Pass car. The Toyota GT86 was a Year 1 Pass car. The Lotus was a Year 1 Pass car. I will say, for some reason, Year 1 Pass to Ivory Tower meant let's not do any marketing. So they just, like I mentioned, showed us the cars 4 months early. You know, that's where we were sat. So what do you think about it? What do you think about all the cars? Do you think it was a success? Do you think we're getting 2 playlists? Because why is there 2 playlist restriction cars? Why is there 2 playlist restrictions if we're only getting 1 playlist, huh? Huh? But this doesn't make any sense. What's going on there, huh? What is going on there, huh? I want to know. Someone tell me. And then yeah, and then the second month is just whatever. It's really whatever. Check out my video that I did yesterday on the quality of life changes that they made for this new update coming out Wednesday. Other than that, there's not a lot else. So I'll see you boys in the next one in a bit.